Okay, we're going to do a gameplay video for Claim the Search for the Gold Nugget. The objective of the game is to end with the Gold Nugget card either in your hand or in your secret stash. So you can only have one card in your secret stash at a time, and hopefully it's the Gold Nugget card. To start, every player chooses a secret stash. They're all exactly the same functionally. They just have different artwork on there. So just pick whichever one you like best. And then everyone is dealt 3 cards. So I will start the game with my hand here. So to start, I have 3 cards. I have the Mine Collapse card, which is used to cancel a Prospector's Deed. So I can't play that yet. I also have a Prospector's Deed, which if I tried to play that on someone else who had the Mine Collapse, they could cancel that card. And I have Sluicing the River, which will allow me to draw 2 cards and then put 1 card on the bottom of the deck. So I think I will start by... Actually, I will start by taking the Mine Collapse card, and I'm going to put that in my secret stash. So once you put a card underneath the secret stash, you flip the card over to the other side so there's gold coming out of it and there's an indication that I have something in there. So now I can do that on my turn, or if I already had a card in the secret stash, I could replace it with another one from my hand and pull that one back into my hand. But other than that, I can play or discard a card. So I am going to play the Sluicing the River card, which will allow me to draw 2 cards and then put 1 card on the bottom of the deck. So if I draw 2 cards from the top, I will get the Robbers card, which lets me look at another player's hand and take a card from it. That one's pretty good. Or I can take the Gold Nugget card. So this is the card that I need to win the game. So I am going to take that most definitely, and this Robbers card is going to go to the bottom of the deck. It's unfortunate that I have to put it there, but that's where it goes. So now I have 2 cards in my hand at the end of my turn, so at the end of a turn, everybody draws back up to 3 if they are below, so I'm at 2. I will draw another card to my hand, and I got another Robbers card, so hey, that worked out for me. Now play continues clockwise, so the person across from me takes their turn. And so she is playing the card, there's gold in them western hills, which each player passes their hand to the left. So my hand, including the Gold Nugget card, is now going to the left, and I get a new hand of cards. So she now has the Gold Nugget card in her hand, and I know that, and she knows that I know that. So I'm going to be going after her as much as I can, while I know that she has it. So in my hand now, I have the Prospector's Deed again, another Sluicing the River, and Fool's Gold, which I can use to cancel the Robbers card. And I know she has a Robbers card, so if I'm able to get the Gold Nugget from her, if she tries to steal it back from me, I can cancel it with the Robbers. But now she's placing a card in her secret stash, which means I don't know exactly where the card is. I've got the Gold Nugget card in either her hand or in the stash, but I don't know for sure. So it might take me a couple of turns to get it back from her if somebody else doesn't try first. So now her turn's over because she's put a card in her secret stash and played a card. So she draws back up to 3, and the other player draws up to 3 as well because a card was stolen from her, and now it's her turn. And so she is going to play the Robbers card, and she's playing it on the player with the Gold Nugget card. So now I don't know where the Gold Nugget is anymore. I know I don't have it, but the Gold Nugget could be in her secret stash, or it could have just gotten stolen. And so I'm going to assume, at the very least, that it's not in the player across from me's hand anymore because the other player has stolen a card from that. So right now, to me at least, it's either in there or in her hand. So we will see what happens. And now she's got, now she put a card in her secret stash. So now it could be either in this secret stash, that secret stash, or her hand. So I got a ways to go before I know for sure where the nugget is anymore. But now that it's back to my turn, I can do the prospector's deed to trade secret stashes with another player. So I think I'm going to try that, and if I were these people, I would probably put it in my secret stash. But you never know what someone might do. So I'm going to try to trade secret stashes with this player to see what will be inside of them. So remember, I had the mine collapse in my secret stash, and this player had the prospector's deed. So she faked me out over there. I know she doesn't have the gold nugget card anymore, so I know it's in that player's hand or secret stash, but I'm not sure which one. So I will leave leave the new card in my secret stash, the prospector's deed, and will draw back up to 3 and end my turn there. So now the player across from me, she knows that I don't have the secret stash and that the other player has a secret stash. So she's probably going to be going after that player, unless she doesn't have anything that can take the card from her, in which case she might be looking to take back the prospector's deed that I had. So she is playing Bamboozled, which lets you look at another player's hand or hidden card and exchange a card with one in your hand. So she gets to look at my hand or secret stash or the other player's hand or secret stash and replace one card. So she's going to look at the secret stash of that player and replace it with a card from her hand. And so I still have the gold nugget card narrowed down to 2 places, but now it's both of their hands, not their secret stashes. So you got to keep track of where everyone is, what everyone's doing, and where they are at any point. So she is drawing back up to 3 and ending her turn there. And now the other player will take their turn. And this player should know exactly where the gold nugget card is at this point, because I had it down to either their hand or secret stash. And now that they know their secret stash got swapped out with something else, they should know exactly where it is and how to get it if they don't have it already. So we'll see what she decides to play. And she's playing the Prospector's Deed, which lets you and another player trade secret stashes. So she's going to trade secret stashes with me. So now in my secret stash, I will have Sifting for Gold, which lets me take a card from the discard pile and put it into my hand. That one's not bad. So I'm okay with that trade happening. And so now she's ended her turn, and I guess I will do Looking for Prospects, which lets me look at another player's hand and put one card to the bottom of the deck. So I don't have anything in my hand that will mess with secret stashes, so I don't know if the Gold Nugget card is over there, but I knew it was either over there or in her hand. So I will see what's in her hand and place one at the bottom of the deck. And so she does not have the Gold Nugget card in her hand, so I know now that it's in the secret stash over there, unless I've miscalculated and lost track of it somewhere else. So I am going to take this Fool's Gold card and put that at the bottom of the deck, because that cancels robbers, and I might want to rob from her later on if she ever gets the Gold Nugget card back. So that's where I will end this gameplay video. as you can see, there's a lot of paying attention that you need to do to figure out where the gold nugget will be. The game will end when the draw deck runs out, and then everybody gets one more turn after that to finish off the game. So even if the gold nugget is the last card in the deck, there's still a chance to steal it from somebody. And so then whoever has the gold nugget card either in their secret stash or their hand wins at the end of the game. And that is Claim the Search for the Gold Nugget.